DoubleDragon here, the last PTR guide for 5.2. Now this is the Dark Animus. There is some lore, but essentially he's the Shah of hatred in a mechanical body. That's all there is to it. So let us jump right into it. Now I was hesitant to actually do a video on this because I'm not convinced I understand the strat fully, even after reading it about 5 times. So anyway, I'll just give some general, I'll just give you a preview of what's going to happen when it actually is released. Now every time you kill one of these little golems, you got the littles, you got the larges, you got the massives, and you got the Dark Animus. So every time you kill any Animus that is not the biggest one, it'll give something called Anima to the other golems. It'll give Anima to the closest golem and they'll absorb it. Now you don't want that Anima to be absorbed by the Dark Animus, right? You just want it to be in the massive and the larges. Now the anima golems, these little guys, you want them to be burned down as quick as possible. I'm not convinced you have to have a tank taunting them. As soon as they appear, just kill them ASAP. When they're together, they do a lot of damage. They do 1,000+ damage, and that's not good. Now here you got critically damaged. This is a buff for 10-man mode, in which some golems can't use abilities or act in any way. That just seems bizarre. I've never seen anything like that before. Anyway, the large golems will put down some anima line, like a shockwave of anima, and it'll hurt you. It'll pursue you, so it's like a fixate. You're just going to move away from it. If you do not, you'll take a lot of damage, fire damage, and I believe a tank has to hold aggro on it. So, massive anima golems. Matter swap is very interesting. It'll give a player a debuff, and when that debuff is dispelled or it wears off, that player will swap positions with your furthest away raid member. So they'll swap positions, and both of them will take as much health as the person who originally got the debuff, as like the maximum health. They'll both take that damage split between them. So say a mage with 400,000 health gets have this debuff on them, and they swap players with a tank who is maximum distance. That means when they swap, they'll both take 200k damage each. And yeah, that's all there is to it. So, explosive slam, that's just for tanks. You just got to move away from it, because obviously one of your tanks is going to be tanking the massive anima golems. Now, I believe you're going to need 3 tanks for this, just because you're going to be contending with the large anima golems, the massive ones, so one tank gets both of those. And then the Dark Animus has a tank swap ability, so whether or not it's 2 or just 3, you know, I'll just say 3 for now. Anyway, moving on to the big guy. So he periodically drains 4 anima from each small golem. So that just means you kill the little golems, and that's not even an issue. Now, he also does a touch of Animus. It's like a debuff. It'll inflict some fire damage. Just heal through it. Now, every ability from here is like upon reaching 10 anima, 25 anima, 50 anima, 75, and 100 anima. So this is the part I'm confused about. Can you avoid him getting anima at all? Because every time you kill a little anima, which is what you have to do, you have to kill these little guys very fast. The anima that's in them will be will shoot towards a larger or massive anima golem, and once those things are dead, then there's nowhere else for it to go except for a Dark Animus. So whether or not they keep spawning, I just can't say until I see the fight. Anyway, when he reaches 10 anima, so this will be like your first phase, I guess, you'll start putting spheres around a target, and they'll kind of like move inwards and then hit the target, and they'll take 100% more damage from fire attacks, or sorry, melee attacks. It inflicts 250,000 damage in 15 seconds, and it stacks, which is not good. So whether or not you can avoid that or just have to heal through it, what have you, we'll find out later. Upon reaching 25 anima, Dark Animus gains the ability to further corrupt the target. So the person who's been hit by the debuff will start spewing bolts all over the place, and it'll hurt players around them, so just move away from that player. When he gets 50 anima, he will heal an active golem for 10% of their health, increases damage it deals by 100%. So that might be an issue if one of the larger or the massive golems is attacking the tank and he gets 100% more damage. That's not cool. You'll have to be aware of that. And also, he'll target a powered down golem at random, animate it, and increases its damage by 100%. So, you know, once again, it's for tanks. It's just going to hurt them a lot, actually. Yeah, that's all there is to it. 75 anima. He's going to interrupt everyone and do quite a bit of damage. The healers pay attention to that. Full power. This is a, I believe it's the soft enrage, which he does 350,000 damage to players within 5 yards of the impact point. So let's do a recap right now. Every time you kill a golem, the energy will move towards another golem. Kill the little golems as fast as you possibly can. I don't believe the tank has to taunt them or anything. Large and the massives, one tank picks them up. Large enemies will do it's kind of like a shockwave attack, move away from it. Matter swaps, I don't really think you can do anything about it, just heal through the damage that happens and maybe dispel. Explosive slam, tank, just be aware of that. I believe you can move away from it. Whether or not it has a cast bar, I don't know. Dark Animus, don't worry about that because that won't be an issue. Heal through the debuff that he puts out. At 10 energy, technically phase 1. Just to hopefully get away from this sphere stuff. It does say tank alert, so it might be for tanks. Just, you know, heal through it or avoid it, whichever one. 25 energy, don't stand in other players when you get that debuff. Empowered Golem, so he's going to heal Golem, more damage again for the tanks, blah blah blah. Just, you know, tanks be aware of that. Healers be aware, 75 energy, he's going to interrupt you, do a lot of damage, full power, you're all dead. So that's it for me, guys. I will be back bringing out more detailed animated guides when I have some more data in this boss. Stick around for that, subscribe if you want to. Catch you next time.